visited by the dog.
Yeah.
Also,
All right, hello everyone, and welcome to random D&D things that we are doing on Saturday afternoon. I have with me a set of adventurers. They are going to do a module called Into the Heart of the Forest by somebody on DM's Guild. I don't know, I bought it for like a couple bucks. It seemed interesting, and we're going to give it a try. There are kind of some special, not special rules. Everything was, all the characters are homebrewed. Quite a bit. So you'll have we'll have a chance for them to introduce themselves here in a second, but you'll notice that like it's a lot of weirdness all around. There's just everyone's weird, but that's fine. That was kind of the point. We just wanted to have fun and try out some probably overpowered things. I'm sure everything's going to be a mess and whatnot. There is not a natural way for me to introduce everybody, so I am just going to call people out and introduce them that way. And they can tell me your name, your character's name, a quick description of your character, or as quick as you want to make it, and we will go from there. So we'll start with, since I got the view here, Kelsey is going to start us off.
I hate you so much.
Hey Google. Google put you there. I didn't. It's all Google's fault.
We'll blame Google. So let's see. My character is Helena Troy, and basically she's a homebrewed version of Rogue. We're gonna try to get a Southern accent out of me at some point. But currently it has fallen out of my brain. She also has a touch of Ms. Marvel and a touch of Gambit, so there may be some Creole in there as well. So I apologize to anybody who I offend with the Creole accent.
I love the Creole accent.
Especially since the Gambit one I'm familiar with is the 90s one, which from what I understand has a terrible Creole accent.
So, yes.
That is the only character worth getting an accent for. All right. Next we got Christie Winters.
Ah, yes. Hello, I am Christy, and I am playing a character, a halfling artificer. Artificer, yes. I thought it was artificer, but then I saw the pronunciation, and it's artificer, I think. Anyway,
Sure.
what she really is, she loves baking. She loves cooking, and she has some pretty wicked things that she likes to whip up while adventuring. I'll just say that.
Yeah. All right. That takes us to microbloganism.
Hello. I will be playing Slurp, an awakened gelatinous cube, with 5 levels in barbarian and 1 in fighter. I'm basically a living wall, and I can't talk. I can understand common, but I can't talk it. So in order to speak, I need someone who understands the language of gelatinous cubes to translate for me. Also, I'm blind beyond 60 feet.
Awesome. All right, and that takes us to I mispronounced your name, but you know this all anyway. So Jel Wixman.
Maybe pronounce my name. I'm gonna pronounce my name myself. My name is Jelly Wegmans. Just call me Jelly. Works. I'm playing John Johnson, a entirely not suspicious human fighter. Do not pay attention to reality breaking down around him.
Perfectly. Yes, very stereotypical human fighter. The most played combination we got here.
Did I
Extremely
mention?
normal.
Sorry, that my character's name. It's
Yeah.
I don't know if I did. Sorry, I
No,
think
you
I
didn't.
forgot. Yeah, it's a Madame Cookery.
Oh.
All right, and that next we got ourselves awkward pasta.
Well, hi, I'm Pasta. My character is Eliwick. She is a fall pixie and a druid, and she is Slurp's translator. So whatever Slurp needs to say, she'll make it known.
All right. And last but not least, we got Alhana.
Hi, I'm Alhana, and I am playing Alsha Tsunami, aka Sailor Hydra, a half-celestial magic moon sorcerer, and her pet lunar wolf who talks. And his name is Strahd, not to be confused with the vampire.
Awesome. All right. So we find ourselves here, as I explained to the party beforehand. The adventuring party has known each other for a while. These are your very stereotypical adventuring party in D&D. They go out on adventures and get into shenanigans together. That's very, very classic stuff here. They have heard a rumor of a treasure at the heart of the forest and have followed that rumor all the way to the city of Redvale, which is a small city. Well, smallish for our modern standards, with a river running through it. Lots of trade happens here. It is definitely a pit stop for lots of commerce. So you get partying team shows up around noonish of the day to Redvale. What would you like to do here? By the way, yes, your only clue so far has been that you are looking for the treasure at the heart of the forest. Everything else is up to you.
What direction are we coming from?
You are coming from the north. If
Okay.
you are looking at the map, you are coming from this path up there.
Okay.
Yep.
And the buildings ahead of us, do they have an obvious use associated with them that we can see as we walk toward the town?
As you make it closer to the river, the first building that you see on your right-hand side is a very grand building. It seems to be some sort of community building, mayor office-y, official business-y kind of building. Across the river, you see what appears to be I gotta look at my notes. There seems to be an inn across the river. And then you see definitely some smaller homes that just appear to be homes. Next to the mayoral businessy building, there also appears to be some sort of market. That's not running at the moment, but some sort of market that seems to happen there.
What do people think? Should we go and see if there's any like archives in the city that might reference it, or should we just go buy drinks and try to get people to talk about it in the inn? Or what do people think?
Food sounds good.
Okay, I guess we're gonna socialize it out of people.
Yeah, it's
Not
been a
enough
long
food.
walk.
Rumors are usually.
I could rest
useful.
my legs.
We could always go to the archives later.
All right.
Okay.
So you want to head to the inn? Is one I'm gathering.
Yeah.
All right. As you, sorry, give me 1 second, as I am realizing that there we go. I'm super professional, as I am in all things that I do, and realizing that Roll20 does not look okay on stream. So gotta stop everything to fix that, and rather than being super professional and fixing it beforehand, I'm gonna fix it now.
It gives us all something to watch.
Yes. So, thank you, everyone. Okay. There we go. So now we can see rolls, and now we can actually see the map. So that's good. Okay. You make your way across. The river through Soulbridge. There's people wandering around. Most of them look very busy. People are trying to fill up ships. You see that on the river there's docks, and people are trying to fill up ships with goods. Everyone's just bustling away. No one's really giving you any particular bit of attention. While this is you are a fairly while odd combination of people, you're still a fairly common sight around here. But nobody's really like taking a second glance at you all. It's like whatever. Folks passing by is fairly common. You make your way across the river to a sign that has a big red leaf on it, and on the sign it says Scarlet Leaf Inn. And this is kind of seems to be the local watering hole.
By the way, who's got the highest charisma of the group? I'm at a 12, so I'm assuming it's not going to be me.
I'm at a 6.
I'm at 20.
Oh,
Next
well,
to your feet.
Oh,
I'm also 12.
I rolled an 18. I'm a sorcerer. It went straight into there. And then I took, being a variant human, I took the feat to bump it up too. So,
nice.
Well, I think you're highly persuasive, so I guess you just got made spokesperson for the group.
On the
I gotta
face.
Never face.
You
I
are
have
now
a
designated
15, yeah.
spokesperson.
All right. So what do you all wish to do?
Booze, booze, booze.
Yeah. Let's go in and see. I guess survey the room to see who is in there, what spaces are there, and what the look of the crowd is, what the vibe of the place is.
And what food they have.
As you walk in, the place is hustling and bustling. You are here pretty much around lunchtime, so there is a crowd of people. There are a couple of tables. It doesn't seem like there's many people who are trying to sit and have a meal. Most people are stopping by. You see one gentleman go up to the bar and say, "Hey, Quincy, give me my usual." Quincy gives him a waves his hand. It's like, yeah, I'll be right with you, Fred. And you see people are kind of getting what to you are pretty much boxed lunches. And they're grabbing their lunch and taking off back to wherever they're coming from. So there's definitely a couple of open tables if you'd like to sit down. The bar seems to be the most crowded, but people aren't sitting around drinking. They're just kind of coming in and placing their orders and then leaving.
Do I even fit in here?
I mean, Oh, you're like what, 5x5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean you have to squeeze through the door. The door is regular door size, so you have to
Oh, I
you have
knew
to make
that.
yourself rectangular, get in. A lot of the crowd kind of gives you a weird look, not because there's a gelatinous cube here, but more like, hey, like stop trying to cut in line. You're gonna have to reshape yourself to get around it. It's a little crowded.
Weird question.
Mhm.
What does the floor taste like?
What does the floor taste like? Oh, what does the floor taste like? That is an excellent question.
I assume
Dog shit, dust, and mud.
It tastes like the finest honeywood.
Stale
Floor.
beer.
Think of all the
Made up.
grit and grime on it
Oh,
as people are walking
I
in
know.
and out.
Yeah,
Right?
at the current moment, you mostly taste a lot of soil, a little bit of feces and fertilizer. You can definitely taste from boots being drugged in. Every once in a while, you kind of get a whiff of fish, but not all that often. You can taste fish on the floor, but mostly at the current point, it's a lot of dirt and a little bit of fertilizer.
And apparently no cleaning product.
You are doing a great job at cleaning up all the mud and stuff that's been dragged in for this rush of people, so you are leaving a nice clean trail behind you. There is like I said, there's a little bit more open seating. There's the dining area is set up, but no one. There's like two couples kind of sitting there having lunch, but for the most part, the seating area is fairly empty. So you'll have no trouble finding a place to sit. You'll have trouble kind of getting in and out of the door just because people are lining up by the bar.
Fair enough.
Yeah, what do y'all do? What is your plan?
So start off by grabbing a table, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
Although we should probably
Alright.
get one. We should probably get one that's like close-ish to the bar, so we can still hear or talk to people like naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can ask the barkeep what the rumors are.
But we should probably wait until he's done, don't you think?
Maybe.
Yeah. Drink first, ask questions later.
I am always down for a boo.
So you find yourself a fairly big one of those like bench tables. That's looks more like a picnic table. Got plenty of room for you all to sit. Slurp, you kind of have to end. You have to kind of end up in one of the ends of the table because of the bench seats. There's not. If you,
That's fine.
if you want to like engulf the bench seat, you could, but otherwise, there's really no way for you to sit down.
The bench seat.
I'm always sitting down.
Yeah, you're always sitting there. You don't really need to take a seat. To be
You were
fair.
born sitting down.
Start company at the end of the table.
It takes a little bit. Takes about 5-ish minutes before somebody comes over to help you out. You see a youngish woman, 30-ish woman come in. She seems to be a little bit frazzled at the moment, but says and comes up to you and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We're at the lunch rush, and it gets real hairy around here at lunch. Sorry about that. What can I get you started on?"
Oh, I'll just have a glass of wine, thank you. Oh, sorry. Madame Cookery says, wine, please, for me.
Do you have any pastries?
Pastries. Oh yes. I'll bring the dessert menu here in a second.
Well, she can't understand micro, so
Yes.
I'm
So we
assuming you're
decided.
translating.
I don't know. You should just like mute
Okay.
yourself and type everything and have pasta say it.
So rule that I kind of decided to sort of smooth this out is a micro can say pretty much anything, and we're just going to assume that Pasta translated. However, Pasta has every right to veto anything that he says. So at any time you can be like, no, that's not what he said, and then say whatever you want. And he has absolutely no power to stop you. So
I mean, I can yell at her.
you can yell at her, but you have like, as far as everyone else is concerned, if Pasta says no, this is what he says. That is what Slurp said, or at least that's what got translated to you. So, and
Maybe
yes,
too much power.
Micro is allowed to yell at Pasta about this and be like, "Hey, no, I didn't say that." But Pasta has absolute control. But just for the ease of things, Micro can just talk for Slurp.
I like that.
So we should just we order. Should we just?
Yep. So I got one wine down. One wine. Okay. Anything else for the rest of it? Oh, I'll bring you the pastry. I'll bring our dessert menu here in a second. Anything else?
Moonshine, please share.
Okay. Got the moonshine coming.
I'll have an apple juice and a bowl of water for my friend here.
Okay.
Pointing towards Strahd.
Perfect.
Your finest cheap ale.
Finest cheap ale. Sounds great. Who am I missing?
I want a giant turkey leg.
Giant turkey. Do you want anything to drink with that?
A cup of milk.
Cup of milk. All right. All right. Give me. I'll bring you our menu for the day. Just give me a second. I'll get started on that turkey leg, but we'll get drinks out here, real quick. And she just leaves. You see her go back into the kitchen, and she comes out a couple minutes later, but is mostly interacting with the people at the bar. There's still a pretty good sized crowd by the bar. They do seem to go by pretty quickly. Maybe at the most 10 minutes between somebody ordering and getting their food and leaving.
I guess I'll just can I do a perception check to like kind of listen in on other conversations and see if I hear anyone mention anything about the forest or a heart of anything. I mean, I know it's pretty much a wild shot, but we're sat here.
Yeah, sure.
I might get lucky.
Yeah, you can do a perception, see what you got.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Ooh, nice.
So while you're sitting there, you do the most of the talk that's going on is about the boats that are docked in. So you hear a lot of like, oh gosh, we have this giant order we gotta fulfill. And you hear two gentlemen are arguing back and forth about the best way to pack crates onto the boat. When they're just like, you're doing it wrong. You keep packing all the little boxes at the bottom, and we can't get the big boxes. We gotta switch this up. And he's like, all right. Well, once we get back to work, we'll get back to packing. Everyone's mostly talking about work. And everyone just seems you get the feeling that everyone seems incredibly busy at the moment. As you're sitting there listening, the young woman comes back and brings back all your drinks for each of you, and brings out 6 menus, and then an extra one for Slurp, which has the desserts on it. And she just lets you know, please, order what you want. Today we have a special of we have a chicken stew as our special for today. So if you that's what the chef is going for today. The chickens were from local farmers here. We do have a garden in the back that we've been growing our own vegetables, so fresh vegetables all around for our local cooking. And desserts, it's a little early to have a lot of desserts, so I'm sorry to tell you that we really only have some a little bit of sweetbread and some cookies hanging around for dessert at the moment. We usually save dessert for our dinner crowd. We don't usually have dessert for our lunch crowd. I apologize.
Cookie sounds good.
Turkey. So we got 1 turkey leg, 2 turkey legs. Anything
Is it
else?
fresh vegetables? It sounds very nice. I will try this stew.
Okay, stew with fresh vegetables. Got it down.
I'll have a chicken stew and some cookies, please.
Chicken stew and cookies. Very well. Anything else?
I'd also like a cookie.
Okay, perfect. And sir, Mr. Normal Human Man?
More ale is fine.
More ale is fine. Okay. More ale is... All right, she diligently writes everything down in her little notebook and excuses herself, and you see her leave again. You got a few
hope
minutes
they're
before she
chocolate
comes back.
cookies.
All right. So who are we going to talk? So, Madame leans forward and says, "Okay. So who should we talk to about the heart of the forest?"
I think our best bet is to talk with the server first and then work our way to the bartender because he seems super busy.
It sounds like a good idea.
After a few more minutes of takes her a little bit to get your food ready. She comes back with a giant tray of food with all of your orders. Here's your cookies. Here's your 2 turkey legs. Another ale for you, sir. And gets you all your dishes out that you've ordered.
I immediately slurp up my cookies, and you just see them like slowly disappear.
I would like to know how big the turkey leg is.
How big is the turkey? How stingy are they going to be with their turkey legs? They are pretty stingy with their turkey legs. This is not it's not the best turkey leg you've ever seen. It looks a little they kind of skimped on it a little bit.
Okay, I just wanted to know because I'm 8 inches tall.
So it's probably perfect for you. They kind of got the skinniest turkey they could find for this one.
Spoiled again.
Excuse me, miss. Would you be able to tell us anything about the heart of the forest nearby?
Heart of the forest. Oh, Heart of the forest. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of such a heart of the forest. I mean, there is a forest nearby. If you follow the road you were on south, you'll eventually end up in a forest. But I don't. Besides that, I don't really know too much.
Fair enough. Has there been any strange goings on lately at all?
You see her kind of stiffen up. And she's like, "Oh no, nothing weird happens around here. It's normal, very normal, trading town. Yeah, no, very normal trading town."
You can't see it, but Slurp is very much looking around at the rest of the party. Like nothing weird happens.
You can do an insight check on her demeanor and.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Insight
nice.
check.
22. So God, that's a lot of y'all got yourselves lots of 14s there. Yeah. So
Seems to be the number of the day.
Yeah. So for Elwick and we'll start with Helena. With Helena, it seems like this is the most normalist trading town you've ever seen. Seems about right that nothing weird would happen here. Elwick and Madame Cookery, you both get like this appears like a normal trading town. Everything around this is rather generic and boring. But it's also even for generic boring things, it's a little odd that no one has commented on the weirdnesses of you all. They seem to be very, very comfortable with the fact that you all are here. As far as your experience goes, that's not always the case, especially with the cube just following around like that. It's still D&D world. Gelatinous cubes are still not. They're weird. Like they're the things that you hear about in dungeons. The fact that nobody commented on it just slurping into the restaurant is very odd. And then
I'm not complaining.
Yeah. And who am I missing here?
Me,
Alicia. Elsha? How do you say your name?
Ailsha.
Elsha.
Elsha knows all.
Elsha. Oh, she's hiding something. Yeah.
Okay, she's like, Oh, I find that hard to believe. Come on, you can talk to us. We're here to help. Honestly, you can trust us.
Hmm. Well, good persuasion right there. Okay, so there's she kind of leans in close. So there's been rumors of there's rumors of druids in the forest. And they've been causing some trouble. So three of the men in the city went out to deal with them. She does some air quotes. And that was about like 3 weeks ago, and they haven't returned. We're really, those elves and what they get up to. It's, we something happened to them. I just, it's we try not to cause too much trouble here. We're really just a little, little trading city. We just want to get our stuff out and go.
What sort of trouble?
Every night, the fog. We're by a river. The fog gets thick, but as of late, over the last year or so, the fog gets really thick at night, and people have been avoiding the forest, and people have heard things like wailing coming from the forest. We used to have a lot more travelers come by, but even the travelers that do come by, they seem to show up. Whenever they show up pretty beaten up. Some of them look very dour. We've heard of other travelers who've lost people in the forest.
That does sound very odd.
I wonder why druids would be doing that.
I don't know druids. There aren't really too many druids in the city. They like to be out in the forest. After all, they're in touch with nature. But you'd have to ask a druid. But I don't know what they're doing in that forest.
Could you say, do you know the people who went out to deal with things? Did they organize themselves, or were they organized by the town to go out and sort things out and do discover what's happening?
I can't talk to you anymore. She walks away.
Out of dialogue time.
Oh goodness.
Well, you might have to go see what druids taste like.
Hey.
Well, maybe.
Like big druids, not small druids.
So I'm thinking we could either ask the barkeep, or we could go to the town hall and offer to be a rescue party for those missing people.
That sounds like a good idea.
So what do you?
Oh,
what do you
sorry, I forgot to do my French accent.
You can't
Oui,
forget
oui.
the accent.
I can't forget my accent.
Yeah.
I just have to stay in it
Cute.
the entire time. So Madame Cookery takes out from her a bag of holding her own lunch, because even though the chicken stew is okay, it's just not as good as her own cooking.
You can like as people start finishing like their plates, you can see start to see this like a pseudopod like slowly reaching out and like cleaning the crumbs off of the ones that have things still left.
Madame Cookery slaps him away from her dishes.
Ellie Wick picks up the turkey bones that she's done with and just drops it on Slurp's head, like on top of Slurp.
It's like a disposal.
No,
As a
it takes
living
about like a minute, but you see the turkey bones just kind of float there and slowly disintegrate into nothing.
Not bad.
So do people think we
Where
should
is that? I
take the
think that's what
bartender
it
or go? Oh. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you go ahead, Chad.
The question was if we should talk to the bartender, it might raise some more suspicions, or if we should just go straight to the town hall.
I think if we talk to the barkeep, we're gonna get about the same information we got from the server.
Mhm.
Okay, so across the way after lunch.
Lunch.
Yeah, the rest of your lunch is fairly uneventful. It takes you all the crowd doesn't really ease up too much, but about half an hour into your meal, it's still there. It's about like 3/4 or about a third less. Sorry, but it's about a third less than it was before. So about 2/3 as many people as you were, but there's still a crowd, and it's still fairly regularly coming in and out.
Yes, the town hall would be a very good place to go, I would say.
Allons-y.
All right, you want to make it across the river to the town hall?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
The young lady does come by and give you your check. For the 6 of you, it'll be about 10-ish gold for all of your drinking and wine and foods. So together, you can split your bill however you want. I'll let you do the math on your bill there, and tipping and all that. All right. So you make it across the you make it back across the river. You do again see that there's what appears to be a market. It doesn't appear to be running at the moment, but you do have like market stands that are closed up. They're just, tarps are down, tables are put in, but this does seem to be a part of the city that is frequented quite a bit. And you the building is fairly large and clearly accommodates more than just like offices, but you can there's really just one very obvious entrance to it, so you can walk in through that, and there's a very obvious front door, a big wooden door.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead, charming person.
Yep, we head in and look around.
Yeah, as you walk into the building, the in front of you sits a gentleman with an older gentleman. He's balding at the top and has skinny glasses, sitting at a desk in front of you. As you open the door, he sees you and says, "Oh, guest, welcome to the city of Redville. Why, you all visitors, I presume. Quite the outfits you got there. What can we do for you? This is any place of interest?"
Oh, yes, we are but a merry band of adventurers passing through town.
Oh, welcome.
And we were over at the inn just now, and we heard that you're having some trouble with some druids out in the forest, and that some people have gone missing and been mistreated. I was wondering if you could tell us a little more about that, and maybe we could offer our services to help you there.
Trouble? Never here. No, we never have trouble at this. I don't know why you'd hear this. This is a perfectly safe, normal, peaceful city. Nothing weird ever happens around here. I don't know why you would think that. I just, have you been to the inn? It's a really good inn. They have some great turkey legs. I'm sure you like that. The market opens tomorrow at 6 in the morning if you'd like to stop by. The inn has some good stuff. Fresh fruits and vegetables all around. But yeah, I'm sure that I can find someone to give you a tour of the city. Perfectly normal city. We're great sights. I'm sure there's some statues.
Oh, come on. We already know that you're having trouble with the druids and their mists and the people getting roughed up and disappearing. Come on. You can tell us. We can help you.
You do have a good charisma there.
Oh my
god.
At this point, it's not persuasion, it's fucking charming.
Yeah, just like, all right, I'll tell you everything. All right. Just like the woman at the bar, the man leans in and says, kind of looks at all 6 of you in the eyes, and except for the blob, he just kind of tries to find a pair of eyes to look for and gives up after a while.
I'll move 2 coins inside me up as white eyes.
Just he takes a good look at you all and says, and all just in a whisper. Oh, yes, we are having problems with druids in the forest. About a year ago, it started that a great mist took over the forest. It's quite impenetrable. We've sent several adventuring parties, not so dissimilar from yourself, to take care of to find out what the real problem is there. But they always come back. Well, they don't always come back. I should. The mayor, though, he's determined. This is a city of law and order. We're gonna keep everything safe, and everything's perfectly safe here. So he's refusing to do much else anymore. Mist hasn't gotten any closer. Every once in a while, it gets a little deeper here, but it seems to be pretty contained to the forest. Yeah, that's more or less. You'd really have to talk to the mayor if you want more details on that, but that's what I can tell you.
Would it be possible to speak to the mayor then?
Give me a moment. You see him walk off up a set of stairs. He leaves for a few minutes. Comes back down and says, the mayor's ready to see you."
Oh, thank you. So we'll head up to the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up the stairs into a you see in front of you a big double wooden door in front of you. As you open the doors, the office is extremely lavish. Giant mahogany desk, and sitting at the desk is a rather plump older gentleman, probably a little bit past his midlife crisis. And he is he would usually be very pale, but at the moment he is beat red, and he glowers at each and every one of you as you walk in.
Madame Cookery positions herself tactically next to Alhana, and ready at a moment's notice if she hears that persuasive rhetoric coming out to give guidance, just in case. They've been amazing so far, but this looks like a difficult role.
Once you're all in the office, you hear the man. "Who are you to come to my city and cause trouble? This is a perfectly normal, peaceful city. Why are you here?"
Well, we're here for our own particular reasons. In particular, we're looking for the heart of the forest, but as we were passing through, we heard about the troubles you have here with the druids in the forest. We've had that confirmed by several people now, so there's no point hiding it anymore. And we thought we could offer you our help because we are very seasoned adventurers and a gelatinous cube, and we can probably take care of whatever your problem is. All you need to do is just tell us what's going on.
You don't need guidance,
my
but if you want to
God.
get to 29.
I love that you haven't actually even rolled a natural 20 yet. Like, these are without natural 20s. These are just
Oh my God.
these are just rolled. Okay. Wow.
If you don't seduce a monster at some point, I'll be very disappointed.
I'd give that guidance.
There you go.
Is that a D&D version of I ship it?
You see the red from his face slowly fade away, and he slumps back down his stairs. Just sorry for my outburst. It's so hard to manage a city like this. You have the commerce guilds. They're concerned about trade in this area. This is we ship, and things get shipped from here, and then they get shipped out to other parts of the country. A very important place, and Oh, the heart of the forest. You see, this is we can't. We've been having a hard time finding records of the heart of the forest. But we have heard old tales that at the heart of this forest there used to be a castle that ruled this whole land, and a how would you say a deal was made with from between my predecessors, the old mayors of Redvale, and a druid who now resides at the heart of the forest. She said that she would keep all harm from coming to Redvale as long as we let her have her own space. And so we have a bit of a mutual agreement of we don't we don't go into the forest, and she leaves us alone, and she can do in the forest as she wishes. However, about a year ago, the little bit more than a year ago, the a fog started slowly creeping out of the forest. We became very concerned, and at first I sent out a couple of guards that never came back. We began sending adventuring parties, but many said they were never able to find the heart of the forest, and many adventurers didn't make it back themselves. Hears that something is brewing there. We also had about 10 months ago we had another group of druids show up and also offer their help. It was about 11, 12 druids. They seem to be a capable bunch. So I gave them permission to go and enter the heart of forest, and I have not heard from them in 10 months. I don't know what happened. I don't know how they had hoped to help. It's just at this point we just ignore it and hope that it's just that everything just sorts itself out. I can't afford to be sending more people out there to die. It's taken quite the toll of. We've recently 3 weeks ago lost three of my best men. Sent them out to scout, and they haven't returned. It's hit the city very hard.
Yes, I can imagine. Well, as I say, we are heading out that way ourselves anyway, so we could see what we can do about your problem. I'm sure if we manage to do that, you'd be happy to reward us generously.
If you can come back alive, yeah, we will. We can give you some of the gold that we have here, but it's quite the task. I have sent at least 5 adventuring parties, much like yourself, all more than willing to help out, and none of them have come back alive. So, and while you seem capable, I don't have high hopes for you.
Oh, I'm sure those adventuring parties weren't anything like us.
Yes, we are very proficient in murder.
I wonder how many of them had a sentient cube with a translating pixie.
I'm gonna hazard a guess and say none of them.
Well, if you make it back, we can talk about rewards. I don't want to promise you anything because honestly I don't want to send you in. Well, you'll probably just die. So if you go in, you're going in on your own. If you come back, we can talk about a reward.
All right.
He opens his big mahogany desk, takes out a piece of parchment and quill, and draws you a very rough map. Heading south, he draws the inn, the big square for the inn, and the roads. And if you head south down this path, about 4 hour travel, you'll start to see that the fog is towards the west or towards the east becomes a little thick. Start walking that way, and you'll know that you're at the edge of the forest.
Oh, thank you for your help. We will do our best to try and help you.
Well, I would hate to see such adventurers die, but I know that this is your calling. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Anyone else have anything to say?
No.
No.
All right. So what's your plan?
There we go.
Down the stairs and out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much. Yeah. You get a nice friendly wave from the older balding gentleman. He gives you a fun little wave goodbye. Yeah,
Can I? I'd like to ask a question because I have thieves' tools insight. I'm supposed to know. I'll have insight on locations renowned for traps. So have I ever heard of like this castle being the heart of the forest, being a famously trapped place? I guess is that an insight check or?
Let's start with do me a history check and see if you even know about this castle.
Okay.
No.
Yikes! That was with 6.
You have yeah. You've never. You wouldn't even know where to start with it. You've never heard of this castle. You've never.
Okay.
Yeah, you've never heard of this castle or that there was even really anything in this area besides forest and a trading city.
I heard about it because I do have. Well, did the wizard I ate to become awakened heard about it?
Oh, roll me history. You find it a little odd that that there's a castle out here. Yeah.
All right.
It'd be a really weird spot for a castle to be.
I'm not one to that, Judge.
Yeah.
So anyone need to do anything, or are we just gonna head straight out?
Yeah, so we head straight out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you head south down the path. Nothing eventful happens on the path. You do see caravans of horses and covered wagons pass you by as they head towards Red Vale. As the day goes on, you finish your conversation, headed out around pretty much a little early afternoon. It starts to become around twilight by the time you hit the patch where it is noticeably foggier towards the east side of the road. And as the days go by, you see less and less carts go up towards Red Vale to the point where the road is pretty much empty by the time you head to where more or less where the mayor told you should head to.
Huh.
So as you look towards the east, it's still forest. You can still it's a forest. You can see the whole forest. There's nothing like preventing you from seeing. There's no fog, but you can definitely see kind of. It's a little odd. It's almost like further back into the forest, miles into the forest. It almost looks like there is a very steep mountain just in the middle of this forest. It looks like there's a mountain back there, a very white mountain, but a mountain almost like it's covered in snow. From what you can tell, at least right now.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I'm not seeing any of this, so.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you don't see any of this.
I'll describe it to you.
Yeah. So that's what it appears to look like. What do you all want to do?
What do people think?
I think
Walk in.
at some point we should start heading in. We can actually, being that Strahd counts as a familiar, we can kind of have him scout ahead a little way, and I'll be able to see whatever he sees, and presumably no one would be suspicious of a wolf just roaming around.
So Strahd's a wolf, you said?
Yep.
How tall is Strahd? Like how far off the ground is his face?
He's typical wolf size, so I would say stands about 3 feet high-ish.
3 feet height-ish? Okay. So you're gonna send him ahead. And then everyone's just, do you have any particular marching order, or just gonna...
If anyone wants me to go ahead, I can turn into a fox or something.
Well, usually, I mean, if we need to attack, sometimes it's good to have tanks at the front, and then more ranged and tactical people coming up on the rear. But we don't have to do that. Who is a tank, by the way? I'm not a tank.
I am.
I think you have 2 tanks.
I'm the healer.
And a fighter, of course. All right.
I'm certainly not a tank.
Okay, well, then maybe we can put the squishy people in the middle and put the fighter at the front and the cube at the back.
The squishy people.
I know.
Yeah.
It's... yeah, you don't get squishier than Slurp.
I'll go in the back.
Yeah. But you can absorb arrows pretty well, I'd assume.
Literally.
All right. So yes, you got squishy people in the middle. John Johnson in the front. As you, I get 1 second. You all better not be watching the stream because these all are cheaters.
I am not.
Cheater McCheater pants.
I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Cheater McCheater pants.
I'm watching the chat.
Okay, so as you
I have the stream open, but I'm not watching it.
as you make your way through the into the forest, at first it's a fairly typical forest. You can roll me perception if you like some more details. Otherwise, it's a fairly typical forest. And ooh,
Nice.
I see all.
oh my goodness. Okay, we got 2 people.
It's the wings.
So for both Astrad and gosh, I'm sorry, I'll get these names eventually, I promise. Elsha?
Ailsha, yeah.
Elsha. We'll get there. Elsha. For both Strahd and Elsha, this is a fairly typical forest. There's really nothing. Smells are about foresty smells. There's nothing really. You don't notice anything more than that. John Johnson, you notice that you are you're pretty nimble on your feet, so you're not tripping, but you do feel like you have to every once in a while. The ground is a lot more. It's a lot more covered in stuff than like you'd experience in forest. You don't have those like nice gaps in between tree roots and trees. Everything seems to be pretty like packed in here. Elowick, you notice that the things that are kind of impeding some of the walking is there's vines. At first, when you first start off, the vines are pretty scattered and you don't see them too often. But as you get further and further into the forest, you are noticing that the vines are getting thicker and there are more of them. You also notice that so no one else notices that this is happening, but the fog is creeping up from the bottom up. So when you first started, there was no fog, and there's no clear like barrier where like the fog starts or where it stops. It's slowly been getting higher and higher. That after about an hour of walking, it's more or less at the snout of Strahd. So for the shorter people, it's about snout length, about 2 to 3 feet ish off the ground. There's a fairly thick covering of fog, almost like a smoke machine just went off on the ground.
Do the vines taste magical?
Do the vines taste magical?
I mean, I'm
you
slurping
able-
over them, going over them, so
I don't
and I am
think
proficient in Arcana.
I am.
you can
too.
do an Arcana check. I think usually it's humans who can really tell if magical things are no.
I mean, I'm just gonna cast Detect Magic because I can.
Detect
Oh.
magic. Oh, there you go. For duration and presence of use magic in this way, you can use 30 feet. Okay. So you do see that all the vines do have a little bit of an aura surrounding them. So you can slurp the vines taste like iron. Like not like you just shoot iron, but like that like tingy irony taste. If you had a mouth, like on the back of your mouth there's like a slight taste of iron.
On the back of his slime.
On the back of your slime, there's a slight taste of iron.
Like if you're drinking a can of soda where there's in the like metallic. Okay,
that metallic taste to it.
Soda.
Yeah.
Ooh, good idea.
I need to get a beer here soon. And then Alhana, you have like a bit of an uneasy feeling, especially as the fog gets getting a little higher and higher. You feel like there's something watching you constantly, and it's not like it's coming from behind you or from behind a tree. Like it feels like the whole forest is watching you.
Okay, I think this would be a good time to cast my magic armor and turn into my battle form.
Alright.
And use the Pearl of Power to regain the level 3 slot back.
Alright.
As I see this happening, oh, by the way, I figured out also how to change my name, like in the settings. There are 3 different places where you can put your character names.
So many places.
Yes.
Which I messed up on the one, but anyway, if people want to put their character names, it's in the gearbox in the game we are now in the discussion, as opposed to on your sheet or when you log in.
Yep. Yep, it says display name, so if you want to change your display name, you can change it too.
Yeah, I'm Madam...
you all get to see how you spell slurp.
Yes. Madame Cookery takes out these little hors d'oeuvre morsels as when she starts to see people getting ready to fight. And if you eat one, let me know. They're healthy for you.
Oh, you're gonna pass them out?
Yes. So give like 1 to. There are 6 of us in total.
Well, I can't like hold on to it. I will eat it immediately.
I'll give 2 to Pasta's character then.
Okay.
And she can decide to either to take them both
they're
herself.
probably the same size as Pasta. They are probably the same size as her.
I'm 8 inches tall.
Yeah, so I'm not sure she can carry 2 of them. They are like the size of her.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll keep some in reserve then on myself. And you guys know from previous experience that when you eat them, you gain 1d6 in temporary hit points and advantage on your next skill check, and it lasts for an hour. So when you eat them, that's what happens.
I will say that if you want to throw something at Slurp for him to eat, you can do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I prefer it.
So feel free to throw things at him, and he will, especially for Madame Cookery, because of your skill set, you can just
fire at it.
It'll be like for you. It'll be like a bonus action for you to throw food at Slurp, just Slurp, and he will eat it. So this is a little skill set you two have developed, that if you can just throw food at Slurp with a bonus action if it's going to be in combat, and he will eat it, and he will get the benefits of it.
Throwing food is fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's just wasteful.
No.
Let's throw it into me.
Yeah. It's the only time that it's okay to have a food fight is when Slurp's around. As you continue your way into the forest, the fog does start to rise up. It actually becomes rather difficult for Strahd to actually see anymore, because the fog has at the point it's dense enough and high enough that he can only see like 30 feet in front of him. It's also getting dark out. You guys were at twilight, so you're getting pretty much at nighttime at this point.
Does he get any advantage on his sense of smell?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if you want to make a perception for him, he might give you some other clues about things.
One moment. Let me just pull up the stats for a wolf.
Is he a dire wolf or just a regular wolf?
Just a regular wolf.
Regular wolf.
Hey,
I
and
think
if
he
y'all
has
want, I
like
can-
I think he like gets advantage on like a dog. Or no, dogs in D&D get
Yeah,
advantage
keen
on smell.
hearing and smell. Wolves have advantages on perception checks that rely on hearing. His perception is going to be +1. +1 with advantage.
And if y'all
That's
want, I
easier
can
not
Perception
to
fly.
13. Perception +3.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Yep. So +4, I guess.
So
Yeah, and he can roll with advantage. And tell you something.
um,
And if y'all want, I could fly a little higher and see what's around us. Yeah, so I'm gonna fly a little higher.
advantage. That's perception gone.
It's gotten pretty dark, so it's hard for you to, and there's really no. You can. Oh,
No,
good thing
coops.
you had advantage there. Oh no, you didn't have it. Elwick didn't have
11.
advantage.
No,
Okay, so we got 3 people
So
doing
very
all this.
poor rolls.
these are some nice leaves up here.
I love it.
So
Okay,
that's-
perfect.
that's an
Okay.
11.
So Helena flies. You see her fly straight up into the air. And you see Helena. You see really it's gotten pretty dark out. It's the sun has set at this point. So and with no there's nothing really lighting anything, so you can't see really much more than you could before. In the distance you see like kind of to the northwest of where you are, you see like a glow, which you're pretty sure is Red Veil, out, far away from you all. But it's just a little glow in the distance, and that's really the only thing you get to see. Elowick, you are just bumping into trees. Like branches just seem to be getting in your way, and you're just having no luck in this forest.
Stupid trees! I thought we were friends.
Yeah, no, they are. You somehow managed to piss them off, and they are just. Every time you try to look around, there's just a branch in the way.
I'll poo you too, and then I fly back down.
As far as Strahd is concerned, everything. I mean, it smells like a forest. There's animals. There's a squirrel around. So yeah, there's a squirrel. That's probably the most notable thing he picks up on is there's a squirrel nearby.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
And at this point, it has gotten dark out, and so I'm sure most of you, except for Slurp, probably can see anyway.
Well, I can also see anyway.
Just at the 60.
But I literally you can't blind me.
Yeah.
I just always see.
Okay, so you do have dark vision, so you can see, but just up to those.
No, I have blind sight.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't think Madam
I
have
have dark vision.
halflings. Halflings don't. Right?
Everything, and pretty much everyone besides humans have dark vision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Humans don't have. Humans get to have magic sense and undead sense, so they get to sort of tell if things are undead things are around. I don't think any of you are human. No, Helena's human.
I'm a human.
You're human.
Yeah.
You feel nervous.
Okay, Alsha's basically human. As far as she knows she's human, she doesn't know that she's half celestial, but yeah.
I don't think half celestials. Nah, everything feels about. I mean, it's dark out. You're in a forest, but yeah, Helena, Helena's the only one you feel a little nervous. You have a little bit of anxiety about this place. But yeah, it's dark out. I mean, it's if you all want to continue into the heart of forest, or into the forest, you're more than welcome to.
Well, we can get attacked when we're on our feet or attacked in our sleep. So,
Well,
I think Madam
was
Cookery is up for going.
that.
Wait. Let anyone talk.
What?
Yeah, I know it gets with so many people one at a time, but yes.
I have Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow, so I can cast us a kind of protection to where people can't see us while we're sleeping.
And we can see them better.
Hearth of the Moon. Okay, so home can be whenever you are during a short rest. Shadowy power, glooming core, and help the gift spread. Sphere of magic appears centered at that point. Total cover blocks the sphere. Well, you and your allies gain Dex, Wisdom. Okay. Okay. So you guys planning on camping out then?
Sounds cozy.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
So,
And apparently there's something on fire, because I just had 2 fire trucks go by with full sirens on.
Damn.
at least it's not here.
Probably has nothing to do with the high school students driving around while drunk.
Well, I mean, they're not drunk. Like they're not the ones driving.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
see that.
So, how do you plan on sleeping? Or not sleep? So is everyone gonna get into this little sphere? What are we all doing?
Yeah, I'm
Into the
gonna
sphere.
like cast our sphere.
Yeah. Your cast so we have you it really just you've all done this before, so you notice your little 30-foot sphere of protection.
Mm-hmm.
And then are you all just gonna all of you go to sleep at the same time?
No, Madame Cookery is going to make a little fire. She's going to make some fresh pastries for the morning.
Okay.
And do her
Yes.
infusions and things.
Morning.
And she can take first watch.
I mean, John Johnson doesn't really sleep, so
No, he has centuries rest, I'm assuming.
Oh,
Which is
does that mean
which
it's
you all
all
find
night?
weird that the other human just never sleeps.
he just sits there, eyes open, always watching.
Like
I feel like we all should be concerned.
I'm not even sure if I sleep. I didn't even consider that. I'm assuming I
Do slimes
sort of
sleep?
do.
oh, you
Well,
probably
don't
need to.
sleep. No, slimes don't need sleep.
Good, then the slime can be the sentry the whole time and wake someone if there's something that needs to be dealt with.
Okay.
And
So
so
Strahd can help with the sentry duty.
okay. So we got 3
Ellie-
people.
Yeah, Eliwick's gonna like flutter over Madame's shoulder and kind of like watch in awe as she cooks.
All right.
Gives her little samples. Not of anything
Yes.
bad though. Nothing dangerous.
I know you're not trying. Well, you're kind of trying to hide your location. So I am gonna have Elowick do a stealth check just to see if, because while people can't see you, that doesn't mean people won't bump into you.
Okay, so do I roll stealth?
Yeah,
With a +5.
yeah, with a +5.
There we
Okay.
go.
Cool beans. All right. So I need perception checks from all the people who are going to stay up and observe.
With a
things.
+5.
Yeah.
Helena is taking advantage and sleeping.
Yeah. Oh wow, a lot of people.
Oh,
Okay, so
much
20s
perception.
all
19
around.
for Strahd.
20s. Okay, 19. All of you are high enough that you'll hear and see this. As everyone else is sleeping, you do start to hear a slow groaning sound, just. And as you sit at your camp observing, you watch. You see a ghoul. Or well, I shouldn't call it. Well, now you know what it is. But you see a creature, meandering.
A ghoulish creature.
Meandering its way through the clearing, or not. You didn't really find a clearing because it's a forest. Through the area that you're camping, so you see this creature come by. You see this creature come by. Like, you guys gonna spend the whole night, right? So you see this creature come by at least 2 more times that night.
Is it the same one each time, or?
Is it the same one? John Johnson realizes that it's not the same one. The rest of you can't tell.
Alright, that's fair.
I mean, he'll probably, he can communicate that to you, but yes. For the rest of you, you don't know. But it's similarly shaped, similarly sized, but you don't know if it's the exact same one or not. Otherwise, your little bubble kept you fairly protected, so you don't see nothing else eventful happens for you all.
All right.
Pokemon healing music, and it is daytime. Wow.
You can't just say it. You need to actually like.
You gotta actually do it.
Dun, 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 dun.
There we go.
Madame Cookery does her infusions and packs up her pastries and her hors d'oeuvres for the day.
All right. And otherwise, what is the plan? What does the team want to do?
I want to fly up and see if I can see anything. Like try again.
Yeah, go for it. You can do a perception check.
Flutter,
Yeah,
flutter, flutter.
Strahd will do the same.
Doo-doo-doo.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. Okay. Elwick. As you fly up, you notice now that it's daytime and it's no longer twilight, you get a good look at what looked like a mountain yesterday. It seems like a white peak. It looks really fluffy. And really doesn't look anything like a mountain in the daytime anymore. Like it's still a peak. And still mountain shaped, but it doesn't appear to be made out of stone, and it's much airier and fluffier.
It's fluffy. Is it like cloud fluffy?
Kind of like cloud, yeah.
Kind
Kind of like cloud. Kind of like cloud fluffy. Strahd smells something god awful. If he could. His constitution is good enough that he's not going to throw up, but he probably would throw up if he were a lesser wolf. It smells really bad around here.
I am so glad I flew up high so I don't have to smell that.
And I mean, he's a wolf. He's got better senses than the rest of you. So to the rest of you, it smells like a forest. So there's some bad smells here and there, but for Strahd, it smells really bad.
Something smells really off, Miss Ailsha. I suggest we be careful.
Can I also assume that that we were at the party, everyone was informed about the ghouls in the course of the night, and a discussion happened over breakfast?
Yeah.
I would very much assume so.
All right. So ghouls, are they undead?
Yes.
Do we have any things? Does anyone have any anti undead things? Like, we have any clerics in the party, or is it pretty much
Eat them?
Okay, all right. No, okay. I was just wondering how much undead power we had, so it's
You
just
can hit
checking.
them with weapons and spells.
That's true. You can. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I think most of you have magic weapons or can punch magically. So
Yeah.
Nope.
except for one of you, one of you cannot do that.
Unless you want to count the acid damage as magical.
No.
Exactly.
I don't. I don't. I'd have to check out if they're resistant to it or not. I don't remember.
Probably.
I think they might be.
Yeah, because it's not physical damage, so it would.
I know that.
Technically
Yeah.
magical damage.
Yeah, I know they're resistant to pretty much anything that isn't like a plus one weapon, pretty much. That's meta stuff. Okay. Yeah. So, what is your plan now that things are moving around?
And Eliwick flies back down and lets everybody know about the floofy, cloudy mountain thing.
What a cloud! Oh, clouds. Huh. What a concept.
What
Never
does
seen a cloud.
cloud
What-
taste like?
I've never seen a cloud. I can't unless there's been a cloud that's been 60 feet off the ground.
I mean, we're in mist. That's
Yeah.
basically ground clouds.
Yeah, the mist hasn't gone away. The mist is still there, and it's about the exact same height as it was last night.
So it's it's a big mist mountain. Huh.
So undead
pretty
and
much.
tall places.
Tall, fluffy places.
Mm.
Well, I think that's the way we need to go.
Yes. Allons-y.
You all have a marching order or anything?
I mean,
Same as yesterday. That seemed to work out all right.
Yep.
yeah, see?
Yeah, a tank in the front and tank in the back, and squishy people in the middle, and then wolf out in front.
And then, okay, so here's my next question. How do you all plan on navigating this forest?
With our eyes.
Our eyeballs.
You're gonna rely on just being able to see things? Okay. I mean, works for me.
Well, we know which direction the mountain is, so we head directly that way.
Direct lab. Okay. So yeah, Eloic just like, okay, it's that way. And you start heading towards the direction that she told you to head towards. I need.
And I am a druid, so if we need to do any druidy things.
I need. Whoever's up front. So John Johnson, you're up front. I need a survival check for. As you're wandering, as you're going through, you are heading towards the direction that Eloic told you to head towards. And you are doing your best job to go straight forward. However, as you are going, you find it much more difficult to find your way. The fog keeps rising, and about another hour later, it's up to for about a normal, 5-10ish person. It's about up to your chest. The fog at this point, and the forest itself has become extremely dense. You can no longer, unless you fly up above the trees, you can no longer see that white fluffy mountain anymore.
Madame Cookery hands out her hors d'oeuvres again and encourages now everyone to eat them for the next hour. It'll help them on their skill checks. They'll get advantage.
So advantage on the next skill check, and
Correct.
How many?
1d6 temp hit points.
Is that temporary hit points or heli healing?
Temporary hit points.
Okay.
Excuse me. So as you continue to walk, I'm assuming you guys are going to continue down. I don't know what John Johnson's going to tell you or what you'll want to do with the information you got, but
What am I doing?
I mean, even if the fog is going up, we don't really have many options except going forward. John Johnson is just gonna keep walking as if nothing happened.
okay. John Johnson keeps walking as if nothing happened. You spend another hour and walking forward. At this point, the fog is above your heads. And while you started off in the morning, and when you first started off, you could clearly see everything. It was a nice, beautiful, sunny day out. At this point, everything isn't dark, but the sun is much more muted. So it's not like pitch black in this forest, but you have both the canopy and the fog that's preventing a lot of sunlight from coming. So pretty much everything around you is in dim light.
If it's been an hour, doesn't our temporary hit points then disappear? Or...
Yeah. They certainly do.
So we got it, and now it's gone.
No, it's gone.
Sorry.
That's fine. We were prepared. All right. I need perception checks from all of you.
Oh, why could we have done that within the hour?
Because you all decided to keep walking.
That was our
how far away is the thing? Like, do I even need to roll?
I mean, you can. Okay, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anyway. Okay.
Strahd gets a 17.
Strahd gets a 17. Okay. Let's go down the list here. Okay, so the 2 with 1s, Ohana and Slurp. Slurp, you are fascinated by the taste of these vines. The vines are still here, and you're very fascinated. So you just keep focusing on these vines, constantly. Ohana, you're every time you think you kind of figured out which way you're going, another branch just pops out of nowhere and is just in front of you, and you have leaves are getting in your hair. and you're tripping over all this stuff that's on the floor. It's getting real annoying. Elwick and Helena, you have noticed that you've noticed that it's gotten darker. You can feel the forest floor is uneven, and it's making it really difficult for you all to you can Elwick, you can fly, so it doesn't affect you too much, but Helena, all your steps are really difficult. You keep hitting on something and your foot kind of slides off, and it's things are just, it's packed, it's crowded in here, there's green stuff everywhere. It's super annoying. Through your senses with Strahd, that horrible smell is way worse now. It smells awful. And you starting to recognize now that you're with that roll, you start to recognize it smells like rotten flesh. And it just the human you kind of wants to puke. It smells so bad. John Johnson, you start hearing it seems a little distant, but not like miles away, but like 30-ish feet away. You start to hear that same moaning sound that you heard last night. And Madam Cookery, your chef nose, you were very good at smelling the thing. You start to pick up on that same kind of rotten flesh smell. And you all find you're gonna scoot on over. You find yourselves it's not quite a clearing, but I don't have enough trees to put on everything. You find yourselves in
So should we just ignore that the trees exist?
There's more trees. There's way more trees. It's just really hard. There's so many trees at this point that all of this is pretty much walking anywhere here is difficult terrain. That's how many trees there are. And there are your characters, so feel free to place yourselves as you see fit. Yeah, let's make you all the right size. Feel free to place yourselves as you...
Wait, which way are we going?
You are heading east, so right.
By the way, my hors d'oeuvres are just an action. It doesn't say anything about a long or a short rest. So I can do that
you
as an
only
action.
get 6 of them.
No. The pastries are different. I'm talking about the hors d'oeuvres.
Yes, the hors d'oeuvres
Yeah,
are... Yeah.
There are 8 of them. Yeah, so but it is an action. It does take me an action. So, okay. So that's the back of the line. This is the front of the line. Yep. Okay.
Do people want to, like, are we walking, like, with a person that far out, or?
Why am I all the way out there?
I don't know.
You
You
can
put yourself
move.
all the way up there. Yeah, place
You have to
yourself
drag
where
it,
you
yeah.
think you need to be, or you should be.
I should be there.
All right. You all know what's gonna happen. I need you all to roll initiative. You all know exactly what's gonna
Am I
happen.
rolling?
Everyone's rolling initiative.
I always suck at rolling initiative. I always end up going last every time.
How did you get 13.6?
Oh, it's because it adds a little extra thing, so too, if there are...
Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Size.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dex score for ties.
For the first time in my D&D life, I have rolled a good initiative.
Oh wow! All right.
Not
Let's
just
see.
that, you've actually rolled the highest.
Let's see
Oh
how
my
things...
gosh, this is new.
Okay, so you are gonna
So
be
much pressure.
13.
I know.
Oh, okay. You haven't anymore, but...
It's not good.
Can't wait to tell my friends. They can't pick on me anymore.
And other one is going to be 12. Okay, that's everyone. Okay, who goes first? All right, Eleanor. Give me a second. Okay, as you are walking down the forest, you once again hear you start to hear it getting louder and louder, the same moaning, and John Johnson, in front of you, you see this lovely gentleman pop out, come sliding out of the forest, this horrible creature. You can well, you can't smell anything. You can see that bits of him are kind of falling apart, and there's skin missing in certain parts. You can see part of his muscle. And to your left, to your left, you see more of them come out. From behind you, Slurp, they're close enough that you...
Yeah, I was just checking if I was aware of them.
Yeah. From behind you, you are close enough to see that a shadowy creature that appears to be made out of smoke pop up from behind you, and one from your right, and another one from your right. So you are nicely surrounded by some creatures. Elena, you get to start us off.
Oh, fun.
Do you? Oh, goodness.
Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Yes, we knew.
Like, I don't know if I can be seen, heard. I want to. We're gonna fly over to this guy, and I really don't want to touch him. Let's use my cards.
All right. I think so. I set up your cards, and I don't think I told you how your cards work.
No, you didn't.
Okay, so you have a couple of different things. So, sorry to interrupt everything here. If you go into the menu that's kind of the far right, that's next to the cog, there's like a menu that's like 3 bars with 3 dots.
Yes.
And then you should have a macro called Magic Cards.
Playing cards, yeah.
Yes.
No. She's got a different macro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should have a macro called Magic Cards. Click the checkbox that says in bar. And then that'll give you a little thing on the bottom left that you can click on. Which you don't have to click on yet, because you get to decide what you wanna do here. So you have 2 sets of cards. You have a set of cards that are pretty much just like, they're just your darts, pretty much. They just remade them into cards. And you're just, at that point, you're just throwing cards at the creature. You also have a magic item that's a set of magic cards. That, for all intents and purposes, is a Wand of Magic Missile. A Wand of Magic Missile sends out, with 1 charge, sends out 3 cards that do 1d4 each, but they automatically hit. So you don't have to roll at all. Like, you just do damage. And then you can either have them all go towards the same target, or you can split them off to go at different targets. With 1 charge. So it's up to you which kind of card you want to use. If you want to use magic cards, or you just want to throw cards at them.
All right, well, let's try just throwing cards at him and see what happens.
So yeah, then you can just hit the card button on the skills. 22. All right, that you hit him straight in the chest. You want to hit the damage on that?
Where's the damage on that?
It's the card, where it says cards at the bottom with the +6.
Oh, right. I'm an idiot. 7.
All right, so you do you see the cards do hit, like they hit right in the chest, but they kind of like slide into him, and then they fall out through the bottom.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Just glad that I did not punch him.
Yeah. So you did hit him. That is your action. You get 2 attacks per action.
Right.
Get extra
so in that case,
I think it's got to be another card. I think. So you attack twice with one of your.
5.
Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Same thing. So the 2 cards kind of stick, and then they fall right through him.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Perfect. That takes us to unless you want to move around.
Oh, I thought. I'll go right there.
All right, that takes us to Elwick.
Okay.
I have a bunch of stuff hanging around you.
Oh, so much. Can I do an Arcana check on these guys?
It would take like a whole action for you to do that. So if you want to, you certainly can, and I'll give you more information, but it will eat up your action to do it.
In that case, I'm gonna use Thorn Whip and pull. How do I do the thingy? How do I the guy in front of Slurp?
Okay. What you can do is you can like left click and hold, and that does the rank. But that one, okay. And Thorn Whip him if
and
you.
I want to pull him towards Slurp.
Okay. Yep. I think that's a DC something or another, right?
Their spell should say that.
Yeah, I don't remember what that's.
If I will share it.
No, not Thorn. Okay, so with that, oh, that just tells you the damage.
It's
some sort of it is some sort of check or
yeah.
I believe so. Yes.
Thorn Whip, where are you at? Thorn Whip. You create a long vine whip covered in thorns that lashes out at your command towards a creature in range. Make a melee spell attack against the target. So you still have to do an attack, which for you will be a D20 plus your spell bonus, which intelligence,
It's wisdom.
And then probably your proficiency. So
yeah.
Roll. You can. I don't think it's set up, so you can roll a d20, and then we'll add your wisdom to it, which is 4. So we'll add 4 plus 3. We'll add 7 to that. So that's 9. You got a whole 9. So no, you throw your whip out, and it goes right through him like he's made out of smoke.
Smoky boy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So unfortunately you missed.
Darn.
Yep. If you have bonus actions, now's the time to use it. Otherwise, you can use your movement.
No, I'm good.
Right. All right.
You don't want to fly up or something?
No. Why would I
Okay.
fly up at something when I'm by the tank? I have protection.
Yeah, can you eat
My
smoke?
character is
That's
not
really...
doing that.
All right, that takes us to Aisha.
Okay, Elsia takes the tiara from her forehead and casts Radiant Tiara and throws it at, let's see, this one.
Which one?
The one directly south.
Oh, there.
of me.
Okay, perfect.
Um,
Go ahead, roll your attack. Oh, I love it. Do you hit him? Yeah, nope, you hit him right in the chest with that. 7 radiant
damage on them,
and
and then it will ricochet off towards this one over here.
All right.
So, second attack on that one.
Yep, that
Ooh,
hits.
nice.
All right.
For 8, and then it comes back to me.
All right. So you see this. You see the tiara go out and hit one of the creatures and right in the chest, and the chest cavity just opens up, and you see some of his inside bits just kind of drip out of him, only to go off to another one and hit him in the side, and you see big gash open up on his side. Both of these two are not looking particularly happy at the moment. All right, that takes us to. I'm gonna rename you. I think. Can I rename you? No, I can't. But you're the Raves. All right, this guy here is going to go straight for Madam Cookery, and he holds both of his hands out and puts them right around your face, Madam Cookery. You heal 19 plus something, I'm sure. You.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 19 plus something hits you. You feel the life from you being drained. You take quite a bit. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a 10.
Do I get a
3.
save?
Nope.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't actually. I think you do, but give me a second. You still take. You're gonna take some damage here. You can take a. Oh gosh, sorry, I rolled really well there. That's 11, 19, 24. 24 is 27 points of necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry, that thing rolled really well.
F.
And you need to do a con save.
All right. Is 13 enough?
Nope, you fail it. So you also lose that same amount of points from your maximum hit points.
Oh, okay.
F's in chat, boys. F's in chat.
Yep. Sorry,
On the
guys.
plus side, you're not technically at full health.
Yeah, you are technically still at full health.
Okay.
I will warn you that if you lose your hit points this way, you do just die. So, just an outright warning.
Okay.
All right, so we got 2 more rays still to go. This one's gonna head on down. It's gonna try to put its little smoky hands inside of you. What that's gonna do is
Put your smoky hands inside of you.
23. I'm assuming hits.
Yes.
You take. Oh no. Also 27 points of damage.
Ouch.
This is going to be a really fast game.
It might. And you can also do me a con save.
A good thing I'm good at that.
You are really good at that, and so you are fine.
Yes.
You are at half hit points or whatever you are. You're fine.
Yes, I'm exactly half hit points.
All right, let's hope this. So the other wraith is also gonna stick its hands at you. So here's hoping this one does a little bit better. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't. It just fumbles around inside of you, and it doesn't seem to be able to find your life essence as it just fumbles inside of you. All right, takes us to Madam Cookery.
Okay, so Madame Cookery is going to drop a custard paste. Is it custard? I have to check which my
Custard
what my
is
instrument
grease for you, if I remember right.
Yeah, difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's gonna no, actually, what she's going to do is she is going no, not that one either. Damn it, I organized. No, she's gonna drop an apple pastry.
Okay.
Basically, right in front of her as she runs away.
Okay.
And that is it's a trap. So she'll like basically kind of come back to here because she doesn't want to get too close to the other ones.
Okay.
But she wants to draw this one forward.
All right. It is gonna get an opportunity to attack because you're walking away.
Oh, sure, of course, why not? Here's and then I die.
Oh, and it just you see its hand just try to reach for you as you try to go away.
That was so not a real roll, was it? Like,
oh
you
no,
wanna
he
kill me
got a
off the-
9. He got a 9.
Okay.
He got a 9.
Trap here.
I do
Yeah,
have that. I'm
there's
gonna give you a trap there in a
yeah.
second.
Yeah.
To put there, but yeah, no, he got a 9. He
Yeah.
genuine.
And you guys know to stay away from the lemon pastries.
Yes.
We worked together before.
Stay away from the lemon pastries. Remember, I know we talked about this, but remember, for you to eat your own pastries is just a bonus action.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You
Now I
have
two
you
hors
have
d'oeuvres.
you have yeah. So you have pastries that you can eat that buff you, and they are a bonus
right.
action to eat. So you can do that.
Well, yeah. All right. Yes. Actually, yeah. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm at max hit points anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you still have you still have your other one that gives you +2 AC, which is up to you if you want to.
Yeah. I don't even know if I prepared that one though, because I only have 6. So I'm working with what I got here.
You have any of them prepared that you want, but you can only use 6 in a day.
Yeah. Well, I only prepared 6, so I made tactically choices on which ones I was going to have.
Oh no, you get like you can pick now which 6 you prepared. Like they're not like prepared like you prepared them this morning, but you get to pick now which ones were actually prepared.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to decide
Oh,
that
so
right now,
they're not like spells.
they're not like spells. No, Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if I wanted to eat my chocolate one and boost my AC by 1,
Yes,
I could.
you could do it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
yeah.
And that's
all
what I'll
of
do.
them. All of them are prepared. It's just which ones are you gonna use?
You can only use 6.
You
each
can only
day.
use 6
Okay.
of them each.
Okay. So I'm down to 4.
Yep. You're down to 4, and you boosted your AC by 1.
Not. Well, I just do that by hand for right now, or is there a place to do it?
I know I have it on your character sheet, so or on your token there. So I boosted it up by 1. You're all set.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Nope. That'll be it.
All right.
I've moved. I've attacked, and I've eaten something.
All right. So yeah, there's a trap there. There's a pastry on the floor there. Okay, that takes us to these guys who I don't think do all that well, but let's find out how well they move. I don't remember. They are shambling bits here. So movement. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna take a couple swings at Elsha. Oh God, I'm gonna get it right. Elsha.
Ailsha.
Like ale, like the beer.
Elsha.
Yeah.
I gotta see if you put it in beer terms, I'm good. With an 11 and a 9. No, sorry, an 11 and a not that this probably matters. 11 and a 11. 2 11s. So
Nope.
no, you just see it tries to take a bite out of you and but you manage to just give it a little shove in the chest and it just like can't quite reach you. And that takes us to this ghoul who's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and is going to try to do the same thing to Madame Cookery.
So popular.
Are popular with a
They like pastries.
8 and a 14, which is
Nope,
just on your AC.
Pretty much.
Yep. So you're gonna take the bite.
No, I thought my AC was 15, and then you boosted it by 1.
Your AC is 13 regular, isn't it? Or is it? Or did
well,
I get
don't know,
your
I'm just
AC
going with the
wrong?
armor-
I probably got your AC wrong because I was looking at your
I just did it based on what I dragged
okay,
into my
yeah.
items.
14. So yeah. So yours is now 16. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So it tries the same thing. Tries to rah at you, and it. That's that one, and this first one is seeing a tasty human male. 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to try the same thing to John Johnson with 18 and a 17. I think both hit.
Both hit, yeah.
Both hit. Okay, so for the 18 you take 2d6 plus 2. Which is 7 plus 2, 9 from the bite, and then you take 2d4 plus 2 for the claws, and you're gonna have to make me a con save for that too. 7 plus 2, another 9.
So just
you take 18
total
altogether. Yep, you take 18 altogether, and that's it. Nothing else happens to you. I guess you don't get really scratched, but. So that's more or less you, and that's all of those fools all taken care of. John Johnson, Spider-Man.
Yes, I am gonna start by raging.
All right.
What will happen?
Roll the table. And
Ooh.
I love this. I love this so much.
the ground around me just becomes a mess of triangles and everything becomes difficult terrain, which already was. So that did remarkably little. But then
Well, I guess now it's more difficult.
Yeah.
Extra difficult terrain.
Extreme hard mode.
I'm just gonna attack the ghosty boy that's next to me.
That hits. They do not have very high AC. And so you get 15,
Ooh, nice.
and with your magical weapon, you really hit him hard. The ghost or the other one?
The ghost.
The ghost, so not this one. So that's that one. Okay, yeah. So you see the smoke where your maul goes through it separates, and he sits there and looks down at the big gaping hole that you've created, and has to focus to re-smoke himself back up.
In that case, I'm just gonna do it again.
All right.
which I assume 25
That, yeah,
hits.
that hits. Yeah, no, these guys are easy, pretty easy to
Oh,
hit.
nice. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
That's a solid amount of damage.
You guys, yeah, this is why I wasn't worried about making these guys almost kill you in one hit, because you're gonna kill them in like 2. So, all right. Anything else, Mr. Human Man wants to do?
Nope, he's good where he is.
All right. So that takes us to Slurp. You have
Okay,
2 ghosty boys.
I will also go into a rage.
All right.
Let me find the.
I got those back in. There you go.
Oh.
I love the rage one.
Yeah. Okay. I will also like to rage. So I'm now also raging. So can I make something like some kind of check to like know that I can't like consume these? Like that they would just.
You can do. What can you do? So I mean, you can do an Arcana, but it would be an action for you to do it. So I'm not sure you'd bumped into this and have the experience to know, so you wouldn't necessarily
probably not.
know. But you could do an Arcana and see, if you've learned about them and would know.
No,
that they're
I'm
intangible.
I'm gonna use an action to move over. No, I'm going to move over this one and try to consume it.
Okay.
Well, engulf it.
So, go for it.
Well, it can't. It's immune to being grappled.
What is your skill say? Just grappled?
Like I use an action to move into its space, and then it has to make like I'm basically doing a grapple against it.
Okay.
So it has to succeed a grapple, but it's immune to being both grapple and restrained.
Mm-hmm.
So like it would do nothing; it would just exist inside me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yep.
It would still take. It would presumably still take the damage from the engulf.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, it would still take the damage from being engulfed.
So do you want me
even
to
though
do
it's
a
untangible?
grapple?
Yeah, we'll make it like a dex
if it
save, pretty
succeeds.
much, or like a save, and see if it actually takes the damage. Because there is a thing that like they can't end if they end their term inside of something, they take damage.
Yeah, but like it's not its turn, so
Yeah, so we'll do a check and see what's your like spell DC or your save DC for that. Well, I guess it's a oh yeah, no, it takes damage.
it has to succeed.
You got 2 natural 20s. It's gonna
Yeah.
fail it. So go ahead. It'll take the damage from it. Eat damage.
It takes
Okay. Takes the 8 damage. All right. Yep. Nope. That works for me. And you are
Okay.
ranged. Perfect.
that is my turn.
All right. Hello, Troy. You got yourselves a lot of ghosty boys, and your peeps are in trouble. Some of your peeps are in trouble.
All right. Let's see. All right. We're going to try magic cards this time, since apparently they don't do jack. The regular cards don't do jack diddly. So I just click the magic card button, or do I
pick the magic card button, and it should pop up a little thing on your screen. There you go.
Oh.
So you get to pick how many charges you use. Your magic cards have 7 charges. Charge 1 sends out 3 cards, and for every charge above that, it sends out an extra card.
All right. So let's go ahead and do 1 charge for now.
Okay. Oh, why did it do that? Oh, probably because you don't have the other things. There you go. All right. So you send out 3 of them. You can pick. They can all go straight to 1 creature, or they can go to multiple creatures. You can split that. You can split up that damage however you want, pretty much.
Okay. Let's go ahead. Madame Cookery.
So you're doing damage, so you probably don't want to hit Madame Cookery.
Well, I don't want to. Oh, so
yeah, it'll go around her. You are super skilled at this. You're not gonna miss.
I want to help her. So.
Oh, so they're gonna go. Are they
Yes.
all gonna go to Madame Cookery's enemy there?
Yeah.
Okay, so all 9 of them, and this, unlike the other card, actually, unlike the other cards that you like threw, they stick in there. You have like 2 that stick into his chest, and one of them that like entirely just cleaves his arm off. So you now have yourself a one-armed opponent left. Right, and so that's your action. I think because it's a magic item, I think that's the only action you can take unless you want to move.
I will stay where I am.
All right.
In that apparently nobody wants to fuck with me today.
All right, Elwick.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Entangled on this guy. Did I do that right?
Just hold.
You
your
hold
click.
it down.
Oh. What now? Did you do it?
Can you mark the trap, please?
It should be marked. Can nobody see that except for me?
No, it just looks like an empty spot to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's fix that. I can see it, so I thought everyone else could see it.
Yeah. I just don't want anyone to forget and accidentally walk over it.
There you go. Hopefully, can everyone see the red square now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nope.
Put a red square on top of a green thing. I
can't
know...
see the red square. You're the only one who can't see the red square. What color can you see?
Kind of sense that it's there.
If I put magenta, can you
Darker.
see magenta or blue?
Yeah.
Magenta.
As long as it's not red.
Okay, is that?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Much
Okay.
more helpful.
I'm sorry. I completely forget that you can't see that combination of colors together. All right.
Just imagine how he felt when I had red hair and I would wear green.
Floating head?
Well. No, there was like a person with like pale skin in between, like a head in between. like they weren't right next to each other.
Just a gap. Just a gap. All right. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Which person are you entangling?
It's this guy.
That guy. All right.
Did I get him?
Perfect. So what does
And
entangle
I'm gonna-
do?
How do I show you guys in the thingy?
You
can
but
click this.
Show what?
It says grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square starting from the point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into an area difficult terrain. Creature in the area when you cast the spell
Muffin,
must...
the area
What?
is already difficult terrain.
Okay, that's true.
No,
Never
that
mind.
was the other side of the battle. That was on
No,
Everything
the
is
whole
difficult.
area.
You started in difficult terrain.
Yeah, the whole area is difficult
Right.
terrain.
Everything's
there's also-
overgrown.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's extra difficult terrain at the front of the battle.
Mechanically there
cre-
isn't extra
Oh,
difficult terrain.
let me finish reading it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
A creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangled plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC.
All right,
On
and
success, it frees itself.
So this guy is what you're going for?
Yes.
Okay.
It won't do
Yeah.
anything.
So you cast it, you hit it, and you see the vines try to wrap around it, but they can't. Like it looks like it's made out of smoke, and they don't seem to be able to grab onto the creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then for my bonus action, who has the least amount of health right now?
Probably Slurp, because you can't really heal Madam Cookery anymore. She's at full
Yeah.
health. She's just at really low full health.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Healing Word at Slurp.
Yay.
So hopefully now, yeah, there you go. But yes, these creatures from watching both Slurp and Elwick, you can't seem to be able to grab onto these creatures. They are not grabbable or entangleable.
I don't think you can't do that because you've already cast a spell. You can't cast two spells in one turn.
Is Healing Word a
Well,
bonus?
it's
Healing
actually
Word's
really
a
worth
bonus action.
Yeah, but still spell.
Spell.
You can only cast one spell a turn.
I agree. It's a dumb rule. I'm with you.
Yeah,
Like you
it's
should
a
be
dumb
able to
rule.
do it as a bonus action, but you can't.
I don't think
Yeah,
anyone.
it's
I don't think anyone
bonus.
has the broken whatever combination that it is that's going to make that broken. So I'm okay with it being the Healing Word. It does a bonus action
Okay, fair
because
enough.
it's not that weird combination that makes it broken. Which I forget what that combination is.
Someone just wants to be a party pooper, I think.
No, I just
There is a
following the
rule, and
rules.
it's really annoying, and I don't like it. But there's a reason for that rule. I don't remember what the reason is,
Yeah.
but there is a reason for that.
Yeah,
rule.
there is. It's because you could like potentially, like you could. There's some. You can potentially make some really really serious combinations.
Yeah, they get really broken really quick, but
Yeah.
this isn't that combination, so I don't care.
Plus, things are already pretty.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. All right, that
Nothing,
takes.
just accept my healing.
I
Accept her love, goddammit, Micro.
I already have.
Oh, all right, Elsha, you got it's up to you. Unless Elwick's gonna move. Elwick's gonna move.
No. I'm actually gonna move up next to Slurp. Oh, what?
You got
Oh.
you're
That's
still
the
in
way.
your ruler.
So that's why you couldn't do the ping
What?
thing.
What?
You see the cursor thing at the top left.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
I'm so used to just a normal map on a piece of paper.
I know. All right. Yeah, Elsha.
Suddenly being surrounded by a host of undead, Elsha lets out an ear-piercing sonic scream, sonic cry, and I think I'm going to do it at level 2.
Fine. Ooh. Scanning your
And that
phone,
includes us, doesn't it?
all creatures within 15
Yeah.
feet. Yep.
So
That does
all but-
include everybody. So-
Except me. Because I don't hear normally.
So it would be within 15, 1, 2, 3. So
Yeah.
yeah, it includes Madam
All but-
Cookery, pretty much, and
but
almost
that
all the
one.
bad guys.
Yep.
All except for one. Okay. So yeah, everyone needs to do a con save, which I'm sure most of you will pass. And these. All right. So this is the Wraith below Slurp. Gets a 19, so it's fine. What's your
Do
spell
I
DC?
like? Did I have to make it, or
Yeah,
Can you hear
DC
things?
16.
If you can hear things, yes.
I'm immune to being deafened. So like,
This isn't deafened, so if you can hear it, you have to.
Nope.
uh,
Yeah.
You can't have
What
the
spell
stealth
save?
effect, but you can't take the damage.
Con.
DC 16.
Okay.
I think I'm deaf.
Yeah, so okay. Everyone's doing pretty good. All right. So the people, do you want to roll damage for your teammates there? How much they're going to take? 2d8 thunder damage.
It's using a level 2 slot, so it's
Okay.
3d8.
3d8. Okay. So, Madam Cookery, Elena, you all take 10 points of damage.
Yep.
And then, so the Wraith below Slurp already passed. The Wraith next to him also passed with a 17. The Ghoul in front of you critically fails the shit out of that. So he takes his 10. You know what he is. How low on you? He... Oh, not low enough to... you see him... you know what? He's undead anyway. You see his head just explode, so now he's just a body there trying to grapple at you. He no longer has a head attached to him though. And the Ghoul with next to Madam Cookery, 13?
Nope.
Oh,
Is he
fails it
dead
as
yet?
well. That one, you see that one just explode into a million pieces. I have one Ghoul down. Madam Cookery might survive this. The Wraith next to also gets a 1. Oh goodness. And so you see the wave of sound just go through him, and you see that he's having a hard time maintaining his shape. All right.
and
that's
I
all of the
take
enemies.
2 damage
You take 2 damage. Why do you take 2 damage? Don't you take 5?
because because I succeeded and I'm resistant.
Oh, okay. Do you only take half? I thought you didn't take any if you made it.
Yeah. Says
Takes half.
On a
Okay,
success,
yeah,
a creature
takes
takes
half.
half damage, and it's not
Okay.
deafened, and I'm
What kind of damage is
resistant to-
this?
Thunder.
It doesn't matter. The only thing that can truly hurt
No, I
me
wasn't
while I'm
asking. I was-
raging is psychic.
I was asking for the Wraiths because they're gonna take some damage from it. All right. Yeah, that is all of them. Anything else you want to do for your turn?
No.
All right, that takes us to the Wraiths. The one inside of you slips his way. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to tilt you. I tilted you. Apologize. Slips his way out of you and once again sticks both of his hands inside of you. Try to drain away your life force. 17 plus 4. Sorry, not 17. 12 plus 4. 18.
Yeah,
That hits you. You take a little bit of damage here. Not a little bit, a lot of it.
God damn it.
Hopefully a lot of it. 10, 6, 9 plus 2, 21, so 10. You take 10 points of damage. From the Wraith. This other one is going to also make its way over to you,
Do
sir.
I have to make a con save?
Nope. You do not. They don't have that. It's just the ghouls. Hi, girl. Can we not walk all over the dice? That'd be nice. No, we're gonna walk all over the dice. Oh, you're so cute and you're being naughty. Yeah, I love you too much. 19 hits, so you take another. 9, 6, 20, 11. 11 points of damage.
I am not looking very good, guys.
This one, unfortunately,
I have 10 health
What are you
left.
talking about? You're real handsome.
You're all. Yeah, it's really bad that you didn't have your rage when this first started, because that really didn't. Miss Cookery, you notice that the Wraith just floats right over your little piece of pastry, and doesn't touch it.
Ah, damn it.
He floats.
How dare.
And he is going to put his hands on John Johnson with a 21. Assuming hits. You take 12, 20. Oh gosh, good. You didn't take all of it. 29. So 14 points of damage from your rage.
Wait. Why does he... What's subclass
Oh
are
no,
you?
it's necrotic. So no, you take all 29 points of damage. Oh, you all are looking a little rough here. All
You
right.
made them too strong.
You all, yeah, probably. Probably. That's okay. All right, takes us to Madame Cookery.
All right, so Madame Cookery is going to get the fuck away from these things. She's gonna get let's see, she can go 1, 2, 3. I think that's still within my crossbow range.
Probably. Your crossbow's pretty beefy.
Pretty big. And she's just gonna sorry, I put a bunch of text into one area and it didn't show up. So all my infusions, it's so frustrating. But anyway, she's gonna go ahead and just whip out her magical crossbow. And actually, that's the wrong one. It should be a heavy crossbow, not a light crossbow. So give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I thought I sorted this. I think, yeah.
I think you're only proficient with light crossbows.
I thought it was.
I think artificers are only proficient with light crossbows.
I thought we talked about the modification. The modification is for a heavy crossbow, and we talked about the modification. That's why I contacted
repeater.
you.
The repeater one works on anything with ammo, so it can work on your light crossbow. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a heavy crossbow.
I think my bonus, though, my feat required. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll sort that out. I might not even live through to see the end of this. Okay, so she's gonna let fly a bolt.
Oh, you're gonna use your skill?
No. She's just gonna use her magical. Well, she brings up this really weird modified light crossbow with no ammo in it, and magically a crossbolt appears and she fires it at the one that is in my way, right? That floated over my goddamn trap.
All right, how about that hits. That easily
what if
hits
you
it.
shoot the trap? Will that trigger it?
I don't know, DM. Will that trigger it?
Oh, what does your trap
It says
do?
once it's triggered. I can tell you what the stats are. Let me just get to that right page. And We said it was a lemon, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I believe
Yeah.
so.
Oh no, that's
nope.
not. No, it's
Nope,
the,
not the lemon.
Custard.
Custard.
Nope,
I
that's
love
not it either.
custard.
God damn it.
Too many of these.
I think it was chocolate. No?
Nope.
No, that's the one she ate.
Apple?
Let's go apple.
It was apple. Yeah.
Trap.
Okay,
walking over it activates it, and you have to do a dex save.
At a 22, yeah, you can hit it, and it'll spray hot apple cinnamony goodness everywhere.
Okay, so they have to do a dex save.
Apples.
14. Oh, they failed the shit out of that. So they take all 3d8 of your damage.
Nice.
Oh, that is a lot. Oh, all right.
She is pissed. She is pissed.
You see the apple, this apple pastry on the floor, and a single bolt hits it, explodes with chunks of apple and cinnamon straight up at this wraith that just gets combined with the apple bits to the point where you can no longer tell the difference between what is apple bits and what is wraith, and the smoke just eventually dissipates and there's nothing left.
I'm just glad I didn't roll that well for the damage for the sonic cry.
Yeah.
Me too. I'd be dead right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be unconscious. Yeah.
All right, you still got your bonus action.
Oh,
if you
and
wanna
as
use
a
it.
bonus action, I haven't taken any damage, and actually, what I will do is,
Well, you took damage from the sonic.
Yeah, you did.
no,
You're
no,
pretty
no.
low, but it's up to you.
but I'm gonna look over at our withering. It's within range. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Slurp.
Sanctuary and Slurp. Is that a bonus action?
Yep, it's a bonus action.
Perfect. Okay,
And
go for it.
I can ward a creature until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack has to first do a Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
And on a failed save, they have to choose somebody else.
All right.
Huh.
Sounds good. That takes us to the ghouls, which I think there's only 2 left. Ghoul number 1 is going to try to reach out at John Johnson and to drain him with a. Oh no, they don't get drain. That's a lot. That's a lot. Bite with 11, which I don't think hits, and a claw with 16, which does hit. So you take.
On AC is a hit. Yeah, then it hits.
So you take 2d4 plus 2. 2d4 plus 2. Which is going to be 1, 4, 5, 7 points of damage. So 3 for you. It's slashing damage.
That wouldn't happen to be like bludgeoning.
Yeah, I think it's slashing, so you'll only take 3.
Okay.
But I still need you to do a con save for me.
It actually has a little icon for Sanctuary.
Oh, look at that.
Like a little
Oh,
hand
you
with an eye.
were close there to not making that. So you're fine. You're fine this time. That was real close there. That was real close. All right, and then this other one is going to try to suck the life out of Elsha with a bite at a natural 20 and a claw at a 12.
Oh.
Claw at a 12. Does a 12 do? Nope, 12 doesn't hit you. So you do take. Ooh, that's the bigger one too. You take 4d6 plus 2. So you take 9, 11, 13 plus 2, 15 points of damage from a bite that sits there trying to gnaw away your neck.
So that takes my 5 temp hit points.
Oh,
and
I think you had those.
yeah, it's part of my magic armor.
Good.
I get my charisma bonus as temporary hit points.
All right, and I believe that is all the ghouls, which takes us to Johnson, human fighter.
In that case, I'm gonna attack recklessly, meaning I attack with advantage. So that's actually
You get a
point.
crit.
Oh.
Depending on how you roll, you're going to. Ooh. That's 19, 20. Oh no! I don't want to tell you how many HP he's got left, but he's still there.
I was assuming,
That means a 1.
No, that beats a 1.
in that case, I'm gonna assume he's dead after this one. Assume 21 hits.
Yep. All right. Yeah. No, you pummel him and you just all everyone sees is what is just paste, just fleshy paste at the end of this volley of attacks or this hammering by John Johnson. What you got
Difficult
left?
terrain means half movement, right?
Half movement, yes.
So then I do have enough movement to get here. Okay.
Flanking.
Yep. Although I
Yes,
don't know if she actually has like melee attacks to actually use a flanking, but still.
Yep. All right, that takes us to Slurp. You are
Okay,
surrounded by
first-
all the things.
First, I'm gonna use my bonus action to do second wind,
Okay.
and so I will get 1d10 plus 1
I hope you roll well.
health.
Oh, look at that
Ooh.
roll. That's a good roll right there.
Perfect. And then I will use my my 2 attacks, 1 on each. So
Okay.
first on this guy.
Go for it. That hits.
Plus 2.
Plus 2, so 7 acid damage. Okie
Yep.
dokie.
And the other one.
You want to use that 60? Oh, that 12. That 12. Does that 12 hit? Ooh, nope.
From knife. Okay.
Close. You were super close.
Okay.
They have...
That is my turn.
All right. That takes us to Helena. Running out of... Well, all the things are starting to slowly die out.
Alrighty. We're gonna do magic cards again, but we're gonna. Oh, I can't evenly split between 2, can I?
Yeah, you can. You can split however... You're going to roll the damage, but you can split up that damage however you want.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit the 2 that are near the near Slurp.
All right. So do your thing, and then how many
many
charges you want to
charges?
use?
Let's do 2 charges.
Okay. So you have a 3, a 1, a 1, and a 3. So you can do 4 and 4 if you want.
Yeah, let's do 4 and 4.
Okay. 4 and 4. And you are down 3 charges, which I think you have a spot to keep track of them because your thing only has 7 charges before it needs a little recharge.
It's a very, very small deck of cards.
Yeah, it's a very small deck of cards. So I think you're down to 4 charges at this point.
Yes, I am.
Anything else you want to do?
I'm good where I am.
All right. Elwick.
Okay. How's everybody looking on their health right now?
Lerp, I think, is the hurtiest.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Slurp then. Boop. Boop.
All right.
At what level?
I'm casting it at level 2.
Yeah, so I think you get
Oh.
16.
I would assume so.
Yep, you get 16.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, you're looking much better.
Yeah,
All right.
that helped a lot.
Yeah, you all might live through this. See, you were like, oh, you made it too hard. Y'all are still gonna live, probably, hopefully.
Okay. Is anyone else hurt? Because I can use Healing Word as my bonus action if y'all need it.
I'm not gonna say no to healing.
All right, so John Johnson, he's gonna get some healing words. I'm gonna tell him he looks lovely today.
Aw,
Oh,
that you're you brim with confidence.
I am human. Thank you for the compliment. Beep, boop.
thank you for asserting my humanity.
All right. Anything else for you?
I'm good. I'm good where I am.
All right, Elsha.
Okay, Alcia's gonna spend one of her sorcery points to twin a firebolt. So
Ooh.
she calls out Firebolt Blast, and fires one bolt at this one and one at that one.
Okay.
So the one closest to me first.
That hits. Oh, yeah, he just explodes. Meaty chunks everywhere.
And then for the other one,
Yep, that hits. Hey, looking okay. These two are both looking pretty okay. Anything else you want to do?
nope, that's my turn.
Right, race are gonna get smart about this, and this race is gonna go up. This is the last time you all saw Slurp, so first attack with advantage gets a 15 plus 6. 1.
Yikes.
Second attack, well, so much damage. I'm
21
sorry.
hits.
Sorry, Slurp, you're take a whole 20 plus 3.
They
22.
have to make the wisdom.
Oh yeah.
Well, the first one has to.
So 22. So you're gonna take 11 if it makes that wisdom. 11. What's the DC on it? Is it it's
I don't know. Like
I think it's probably Madame Cookery's spell DC.
Yeah, I would assume so.
So 11 plus 2, so 13. What's your spell DC? I think it's 12. I think it's 14. Madame Cookery.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is your
I'm
spell
going-
DC?
Oh, my spell DC I think is 14.
All right,
Sorry.
so it fails it. So it
It has to choose another target.
okay.
Yes,
Well, it is
okay.
going to go after Ulwick.
But I'm gonna use my reaction that I get from the sentinel feat to attack him before he attacks her.
Yeah, you can do that. That hits.
Oh man, I
Plus
thought I would
2.
go this whole fight without getting noticed.
15. All right.
So 14 to him.
He's looking pretty rough. Still gonna go after. So you see these two smoky hands trying to reach for you. Oh man, he did terrible. 11 and 13.
My armor class is 12.
So the 13 hits you, and you are going to take the 9, 7, 2 points of damage from
22.
its cold, dead hand or smoky hand touching you.
Is it holding a gun?
Would he not get penalties to the attack roll because she's more than 2 sizes smaller than him?
You're
That is
tiny.
technically. Yeah, she's
I'm
tiny.
8 inches. I'm very small.
Gosh, all these you all in your character. All these rules. Okay, so that's disadvantage. It's probably disadvantage.
Yeah.
Never any.
Yes.
So, it take the lower of these two. 5. So yeah, no, it doesn't hit any of you. So
Oh, I don't take any damage.
you don't
now?
take any damage
Nope.
because you are
Got out of
tiny.
that was the damage.
Yeah, because you are tiny.
Thank goodness I'm smaller than the average fairy.
Yeah. All right. So the other race is gonna try to reach at you, and it gets a
How long
4
does the
plus.
sanctuary last?
A minute.
Oh, okay, so
So-
he
Rounds,
also has.
10 rounds?
Yeah, it gets a 6, so it's gonna pick a different target, and it is still not. I don't think smart enough to not go after the fairy, so it's also gonna try to.
Well, it's the only target it has.
Yeah, with disadvantage. So 5 also misses, and then a
Haha.
12 plus 6, 18. That one does hit.
18, yeah, that hits me.
That one hits you. All right. This one you are going to take 7, 19 plus 2, 21.
21?
21 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
All right. And I think that's all the race. All the other races are dead. Takes us to Madame Cookery. All the ghouls are dead. There's 2 race left.
Yep, she's gonna. Oh, I'm trying to decide. Okay, she's gonna fire her magical crossbow bolt again because that went well last time. So hey, let's stick with what works. She's gonna lift it up and aim it at the one that she can see most clearly. So that one here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, how far am I? I need to be. Oh, that's all right. I've got super. I don't have disadvantage.
You're
for long
25,
ranges.
so you're plenty close. I think it's
Okay.
got how big. That hits.
Yeah.
For
Alright.
10.
Takes 10. Damn it. All right. Anything else for your turn?
No, that would be it for me.
Right, the ghouls are all dead. John Johnson. Human man.
Well, he's just gonna walk up here and use the fact that he has flanking to attack with advantage.
Good thing you did.
Yes.
Yep.
You've
Very
been
good thing.
All right. Oh,
Smack.
that is a great roll. That's a good amount of damage there. Okay, so that's 22. He is looking real rough now. He's having a hard time keeping the smoke together.
Okay. Movement, does that have to be in one go, or can you?
No,
do
you can
that
split
like-
it up. Yeah, just remember that
Okay, so-
your movement's a little limited at the moment.
Yeah, so 10, so I can do another 10 feet, which means. Although that ghoul in front of me isn't dead yet, right?
Yeah, everything's dead except for the 2 wraiths that are surrounding.
Yeah, so the wraiths still have. So actually, I'm just gonna take that wraith again.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's
14.
not.
Right. Yeah, no, he's barely. Most of the smoke is gone. You can barely even see that there's a wraith there.
Okay. And so I'm just gonna move them over here to give them more things to attack.
All right, Slurp.
Well, I'm gonna attack the I'm gonna attack this one because it attacked my friend.
They both attacked your friend, but one of them actually hit.
Well, one of them hit. One had hit my best friend.
That hits. Oh,
Plus 2.
Your big giant pseudopod just hits it so hard that all the smoke dissipates and you can no longer see a wraith there.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the one on top.
That hits.
Plus 2.
Yeah. He's not looking happy. Bits of him are starting to be a little transparent.
And I am gonna. I still have a bonus action. I have so many things for bonus actions. I am gonna use my bonus action to enter the defensive stance from Tunnel Fighter.
Okay.
So it's probably not gonna do anything, but it's worth it.
Okay. Takes us to Helena. You got one ghosty boy, smoky boy hanging around.
Can we try gloves off?
Yeah.
Let's
Take
do
your
it.
gloves off and just punch it? Yeah, go for it. Gloves off, punching. All right.
Where are you standing? Because you could stand so you get a flanking on him.
Yeah, if you move like right above him, you'd get
Yeah.
advantage on. Not that it would matter for that particular one because you're gonna hit him anyway. But okay, yeah. So you hit. Yeah, 25 definitely hits.
All right. So then
So-
I do gloves off.
Yep. So you do. Gosh, that's a lot of damage. You do the 12 damage, and you heal 5 of those. So you gain 5 hit points. And he is looking really rough. He's not. He's barely able to keep himself together. And you still have lots of attacks left. 'Cause you're a monk, and monks, you can get up to like 4 attacks in a turn if you.
What have you been doing with the cards? This is much more effective.
Well, they were fun. Try them out.
Yeah.
You know, new
I
things.
had to make sure that I could still do it. I picked him a long time ago, guys.
Yep. So yeah, you still you get a second attack just without really having to do anything. You get a second attack.
All right, let's do Flurry of Blows.
So you
and
get a second attack without needing to go to Flurry of Blows. Like you can, but
Yeah.
you attack
Club.
twice pretty much. Yeah, you attacked when you attack with your action. You attack twice.
All right, whatever. I'll do gloves off again.
All right.
Boom.
You have to roll the gloves off it first.
Again. Ah.
There you go. Yeah, 17's gonna hit, and then you damage. I'm pretty sure it's not even gonna matter. You heal 6 points of damage, and all you see is you big swing straight for the face, and the wraith just disappears into smoky mist.
All right.
You can't tell it apart from the rest, and everything is dead.
And I lose key points, right?
You lose 2 key
Yes.
points for that. Yep.
All right.
2 key points. Which for you, they come back at a short rest, so
Yeah.
Yes.
they're fine.
And rage.
Punch everything. Yeah. Initiative is done. You have a few stinky bodies hanging around. And the wraiths have all just pretty much, you can't tell the difference between what the mist is and what the smoke is.
All right.
Don't wanna
Is it
do.
possible that I would know what I've been attacked with to know if it's going to wear off or if this is permanent?
You can do an Arcana check.
Okay, I will do that.
You don't know exactly why, but you get a good feeling that if you rest up, you're going to be okay.
Everybody doing good with spell slots, by the way? Nobody like entirely out of or anything?
No, not yet. I had this whole great plan to use Thorn Whip to like bring things over to slurp, and none of that happened.
That's exactly what I was trying to do too.
Yep. I thought 2 of us could team up and just like haul them in.
Yeah.
Thunk, thunk,
Well, I
thunk,
can only
thunk.
have one in me at a time.
We'll line them up then.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
we'll
race-
have to like get them in a line and
I'm
Make it
eating
difficult terrain so they can't get away.
I'm eating the ghouls, by the way.
Yeah, they taste horrible. I mean,
Yeah, it's food.
it is food. It is. You'll get some nutrients out of it, but it tastes pretty bad. All right.
Is it what time of day can we tell from the position of the sun in the sky about what time of day it is?
You can do me a survival.
Okay. Trying to how soon I can rest.
You
Otherwise
can
I'll
rest.
just have
You
to
can
hide
rest
out.
whenever. It's just when are you gonna
Yeah.
get up? That's really your.
Okay.
Yeah, God, yeah, you too. So you look up at the sky, and it's you are both incredibly proficient at knowing. You can see where the sun is, but any lesser person would not be able to tell where the sun is. Like there's so much mist that it just
Lesser
the sky just looks like it's being lit from everywhere. Like the light is being diffused so much. But as you look at it, you can kind of see like one extra bright spot that you are very certain is the sun. Letting you know that you've been wandering around most of the day, and you're about like 3 p.m. ish.
All right. Well, as long as you guys protect me, we can keep moving forward. But I'm going to be right in the middle, and I want people on all 4 corners of me. Like
Like a short break.
basically, I want to be like a celebrity with like you guys are all my bodyguards. Please, please.
All right.
Got
so,
your back, boo.
Thank
Got your
you.
back.
So you guys want to keep on moving?
Yeah, I don't want to hold the party back. So I can. I'll eat a blueberry muffin. Oh, sorry, strawberry muffin. For 2d6 of healing. Oh no, that's too much. I'll figure something out.
You can take a short rest and heal up using your hit die.
Okay, can we step
That's
for an
up to
hour?
you. Yeah, that's up to you all.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
3 o'clock.
Yep.
So
Sounds
I-
like a good idea.
Fine with-
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, feel free to spend your hit die if you want to. However.
Okay,
you
well, if
want.
people are going to spend their hit die, then I'm going to use the time and what's it called? A tasty meal because I have cooking tools, and everyone gets like an extra little bit of HP. I'll have to look up what the benefit of having proficiency in cooking tools is.
Oof, that one.
So people can roll around. I'll look it up. We can add the extra hit points as we go.
Not that I need it.
Not at all. You healed up by eating up those wraiths.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you just ate them up. Oh.
Nom nom nom.
Probably tastes
Okay,
better.
yeah, we
than
can.
the-
So pretty much the same walking formation, but more scrunched up in the middle.
Okay. All right, you all are going to continue walking then. As you continue to walk, the fog is the mist is getting denser and denser, making it extremely hard for you to navigate. The forest is dense, the vines are getting thicker. We are going to do, which I think all of you have done this with me before, a skill challenge. So, you have yourselves 4 skill checks that you gotta pass at a DC. You can only use skills that you are proficient with. You gotta tell me what you want to do, and you can use that to as your description. So, if you, for example, you want to use the sun as your guide, you might be able to say, "I look for the sun to see which way the east is," and you could use perception if you're proficient in perception. I have had, I think, somebody use religion to talk to their god and get guidance from them in the past. So it's up to you how you want to navigate, but you can only use skills that you are proficient.
Okay. As an action, Madame Cookery will make hors d'oeuvres with 8 of them, so there's enough for everybody. So they get advantage on their next skill check within the hour.
So depending on how that goes, you might be able to, because
It might be that one point that.
it might be, yeah.
Or the advantage roll. The advantage roll.
It might be the one. Okay.
So you just we're trying to figure out the direction of the mounts, like Fluffy Mountain.
If that's
or
where you're going,
what?
yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna just climb a tree and see if I can, see it.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
I'm also gonna fly up and use perception too.
All right, so
Well,
let's start with we'll start with Johnson Man, who wants to use. You can use your athletics or acrobatics,
Yeah.
whichever one. Okay, yeah.
Precision in both, but athletics is better, and I
Okay.
roll a 3.
Okay. You do get advantage, so you get the 10,
Then,
which
woo!
doesn't really help you much. Okay. While you're up there, you see some lights kind of out in the distance. These 2 bluish lights, which you are very certain is the right way to go, and you spend the next hour or so leading your teams towards them, only to find yourself that you just circled back to where you were.
Well, guess we're lost. Walks off into the void.
I kind of look over at the druid.
Falls
Yep.
off the map.
Yeah, so it's gotten a little later, so it's now close. It's now like 5 p.m. You're stuck in the forest still.
Falls just back into the middle of the map again.
Take fall damage from being teleported.
All right, who is?
He's just stuck in the T-pose now.
He's glitched.
All right. Anyone else want to give it a shot?
I was gonna fly up
Are you,
high and use perception.
Okay. Yeah.
are you
roll-
proficient in perception?
Are you?
I
Are you?
am.
Okay. Then roll perception.
I can see lots of things.
Oh, look at that! You can. You managed to fly straight up, and you make it out of the fog, and in the distance you see a creature that appears to be it seems to be made. You as a druid definitely recognize it. It's made out of. It looks like it's almost made out of plants. You recognize it as a dryad, and it sees you up in the distance. Points a finger towards out towards the big fluffy cloud. You, being familiar with dryads, take its advice and make it deeper into the forest. Good job. You passed that.
Woo!
Woohoo!
All right, you got 1 check. 3 more to go.
I can't really help here.
Oh, well, if you can find a creative way to help, you can.
I mean, can John Johnson again try to climb a tree, but this
Nope,
time more
you can only-
gracefully?
You can only do it once. Well,
Yeah.
Once per skill. So if you want to try something with
No,
like
I mean I can
dexterity-
climb it again, but with acrobatics this
with
time.
acrobatics. Okay, so you're okay. How do you do that?
Just
Badly.
Jonah try and elegantly swing from branches, but just instantly falls on his ass.
Okay, yeah, yep. Nope. You fall back down.
Can I?
Wait, hold on a
Can I
second
use-
before you go too far, because I gotta deal with John Johnson's thing here. You fall down. I need everyone to do a dex save for me.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking something up and I accidentally hit my perception. Dex saving.
Does
throw.
my danger sense apply to this?
Does your danger sense up?
You have to be able to see what you're dodging.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, it will.
I believe.
Depends on what it is.
What does it say? What does it prevent?
Basically,
you?
if I can see, I have an advantage on dex saving throws against effects that you can see, such as traps or spells.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, didn't need it.
Didn't need it. Okay. So for everyone who failed. Okay. Oh god, that's a lot of damage for those of you who failed.
Bye, everyone.
For all of you who failed, you take 25. So the DC was 15. So if you got below 15, you see as John Johnson hits the ground, all the vines that you'd been walking on top of, all of a sudden come to life and just start swinging wildly at everything. Those of you who got less than a 15 take 25 points of damage as you're just bombarded by these attack after attack of these vines hitting you. Those of you who passed it or nimbly managed to avoid some of them but still get smacked around, and you take half of that, so 12.
My max was 21, so I'm out. I'm down.
You're down. So yeah. And you after everything, you see that Madame Cookery is unconscious. Or
I failed mine, right?
you did fail yours, yeah. So you take 12 points.
I take 12. Only 12?
Only 12.
I don't
Oh no,
think-
sorry, 25. 25 on a failed.
Oh,
I mean,
it's an extra 1 per hit die, everybody, by the way. In my thing, I finally found it. So
Okay.
go up 1 if you roll the hit die for each one, I guess.
Yep. So what are y'all doing? You got one down teammate. You've got lost in a forest. Starting to get dark.
Healer? Healer?
I think they're passed out.
No?
One of your healers is passed out.
No, wait.
What?
Madame
I thought you
Cookery's
said
also
only
got.
two. Yeah, that's not our healer.
She's
Okay.
got her healing
Hi.
stuff, but yeah.
I go over and I use Cure Wounds on Madame so
Oh.
she can get back up.
All right.
How much is that?
I'm about to roll it.
Okay.
I did level 2 just so you know.
Ooh, thank you.
And as per house rules for this, you have a level of exhaustion now.
I do. Okay.
Ooh. Being down. You it takes all of your energy to get yourself back up, and you'll be able to walk around again.
Okay.
What do y'all
Anyone else
wanna
need
do?
healing?
I am gonna. Can I try and use Arcana to like sense the direction of the magic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was going to do because I get a +5 to Arcana.
Nice.
Same here.
You can both roll, right?
Well, we're gonna take care of one here first.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. So sorry.
That's not enough, is it?
You feel the magic through the vines. You've been tasting that metallic taste, that soda can taste that you've been tasting. You figure out that's the magic. For whatever reason, it tastes like metal. So you start following it as it's to where it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So you end up in let's copy you all. Until you eventually, through the fog, you wander past what look like walls that have kind of fallen apart. And as you're walking through it, you trip over stones, very clean cut stones on the ground that are overgrown with plant life.
This is bad, isn't it?
I don't. Yeah, it is. Not gonna lie to you.
This
is
smells
bad.
like combat.
This is
Run away! Run away!
It looks like combat and it smells like combat.
It tastes
Let's see if it
for you. It tastes like combat.
Let's see if it walks like combat.
All right, there you all are. As you walk around this area, you can you stop and look down and notice that the stone tablets are they're gravestones. Have names on them. Some of them you can't read. Some of them you can read. Everything is slightly overgrown. Yeah, roll initiative.
Oh,
And
hell
we're probably gonna stop there, and because
Ooh.
Thank God, Slurp.
I might actually be able to do stuff this time.
I hope so. You're not gonna lie, your team's gonna need you.
Oh,
Well-
I picked up mine for some reason.
You have to hold on. Have clicked on your character.
I
On the
can
token.
I can fix them too, so I don't.
There we go.
And we're probably gonna end there.
There's those.
You know that
Rolls.
we're gonna end there for today,
Ooh.
and you all know that you're in combat.
Cliffhanger.
You all know that you're about things are about to go down.
Oh,
yeah.
before things went down, could Madame Cookery take another one of her strawberry muffins to heal up as they're wandering through the graveyard? Or I guess the initiative's been called, so I'll have to do that as an action
Yeah.
next time. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm excited for this little bit. This is the one that I said that I hope you bump into, because this is definitely shit,
Yeah.
you fucked up one.
Hopefully, I roll one of the more interesting rage effects next
Yep.
time.
All right, yeah. So yeah, good job, everybody. You made it. You're in the forest now. Hopefully,
Yay.
Not yet
hopefully we'll be
dead.
able to find the heart.
We do forest things.
So same time next week?
I don't know. That's we can talk about that. I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna say bye to everyone. If you all want to say bye to everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
We'll see you all later.
Everybody.
Thank you all for being here. And then we'll talk about scheduling things. But good job,